Hey guys, it's been a few days. Obviously, it was a little rough weekend. Obviously, my last video on Friday you saw I was pretty upset. It wasn't even that bad. I've been way more upset than that. It was just one of those things where I just felt like it was important for people to understand the frustration of, living like you're a money pit. Though it appears that, 70% of the country is going to get to understand that, probably a little too intimately, with COVID running rampant. Now, of course, I am still afraid of getting COVID in the hospital. I'm hoping that this air filter that I'm going to bring is going to be the compelling factor. Of course, I'm going to try to bring it with me in every room, make sure it's there. I've talked to some of the nurses on the floor where I will be. They can't really promise anything, but they're going to try, obviously. Nobody wants to see me double up on horrible illnesses. I'm going to do everything I can to avoid it in the interim. But that's one thing I wanted to tell you just in terms of my preparation and tips. I think it's going to be a little easier for me to kind of culminate all this information at the end. If I survive and I'm able to go through the actual recovery very well, then I'll be able to kind of compile it all into a book of instruction and things that I learned along the way, just having done this so many times. But even I'm not perfect. I've lost 20 pounds in the past 2 months. I haven't been doing yoga as much, but I am trying because I do think that it is healthy. Of course, I do try to eat the walnuts and the blueberries as much as I can. But again, I'm not perfect. I'm trying my best to do everything that I can. I think the recovery is going to be a little easier because I'm going to be I'll have direct, you'll be able to see, obviously, what's going on with that. So in the meantime, it's actually Wednesday. I should be going into the hospital next Thursday. And then the surgery's on Friday. Hopefully I can be out in well under a week is my goal. You should see some of the insurance pre-authorization forms. The amount of money that my husband and I pay for insurance, the crap. Cigna knows who I am, though, and they know I'm a money pit. And of course, they're going to do everything they can to deny anything from me because they know who I am. I've been in this healthcare predicament, and with every HMO knows me, and they have for over 20 years, so obviously they'd love to just kick me off their programs and out of the plans, but luckily, since we have the ACA, they can't do that anymore. There have been many companies that I've hit the lifetime limits with. That's how much fun this whole life of mine has been. In the meantime, I'm just going to try to calm my mind. I'm trying to hug trees, believe it or not. I'm trying to use this mat, which I don't feel is going to be good in terms of the preparation, but I think in recovery I'm going to be able to show you guys, or hopefully we'll be able to have some measurable tests that it's actually helping. Just in terms of the preventative stuff, it's hard to know until I'm in there. And then, of course, it's, getting all your affairs in order. Of course, I know if I do end up kicking it, I know the crematorium. I've already contacted them. I know how much it costs. I know how it's going to be paid for. I'm not going to have a service because I'm not a church person. And I thought about pre-recording a message to people, which I may or may not do. Part of me doesn't want to do it because that just would be me acquiescing to the fact that I will die. And I don't want to die. I'm stubborn. I mean, if you've read my blog, you see I actually blasted a blood clot out of my leg when they told me that I was going to lose function in my leg. I was like, oh yeah? I don't think so. And with this surgery, I also don't want it to take me out. So I'm just trying to get my head in the right space. Of course, I've made my amends with everybody. I sent an old best friend of mine a message like weeks ago telling her I forgave her. I didn't know what happened. We actually got in a huge fight about abortion of all things. And I haven't talked since and probably never will. My birth mother, I've even sent a note to telling her I forgave her for throwing me away twice. Now, I think that family was only talking to me because they assumed that my genetic condition was a result of their genes because they're Dutch, and the Dutch people tend to have heart problems, but it turned out that it was actually from my birth father's side. Now, nobody has reached out to me since I told them that the genetic condition was coming from the paternal line, so I think that was kind of like their out. They knew, oh, we don't have to deal with her again, and that's fine. I don't want to talk to them again anyway. They're not good people. And really, that's it. I mean, I've made my peace with everything else. I could die right now, and I've said everything I need to say to everybody. Everybody who I love knows that I love them. And I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will be back in a moment to tell you more. Thanks.